What's up, guys? Got another video, and the Steam Deck or Nintendo Switch OLED. Here's what Asians really prefer. This is an article by IGN, and they went through, it appears, and found that in terms of Google searches, the Steam Deck is actually more popular than the Switch OLED, even in places like it's more popular in Japan, it's more popular in South Korea, Philippines, pretty much everywhere in Southeast Asia. Uh, you look at the worldwide ratio, and 25% of people, or 26%, are excited about the Switch OLED, and 74% are excited about the Steam Deck. And it says the findings are purely based from data and iPrice's observation of the market. This content was not created in collaboration with any brands mentioned. So yeah, Google search volume of the Nintendo Switch OLED and Steam Deck. So pretty interesting. Pretty interesting that people are more excited about the Steam Deck than the Switch OLED. It kind of makes a lot of sense because the Switch OLED is just an OLED screen that's got less bezels, but everything internally is exactly the same as the previous Switch. So the SoC is the same, the gaming graphics are the same, the dock is new. I think they added an Ethernet port to the new Switch dock, and they did a couple different things on the dock. But the Steam Deck, it's pretty dominant. Everywhere it looks like it's about set 60 to 70% in the lowest areas in Southeast Asia, and then it's bumping up. Even in Japan, it looks like it's in the high 90% that people are searching and looking for the Steam Deck. So I thought this was kind of interesting. Yeah, I mean, people are not going to get excited on the Switch OLED because it just doesn't have anything that's that great about it except smaller bezels and same resolution screen, but the screen is just OLED, so deep inky blacks you're gonna have on your screen, and you're gonna have really a big pop of color when you have really bright colors. But there's nothing that warrants the Switch LED to be anything that somebody should be excited about. I yeah, I don't think the Switch OLED is something that's that particularly exciting. So this is I just thought this was interesting. Next bit of news, we have Rock Paper Shotgun. They did an interview with Valve's designers, and one thing they did ask down here: do you think 4K capable handhelds like the hotly rumored Switch Pro are actually realistic? And the guy response said, I think we considered a sweet spot around the screen size and readability to achieve it. I guess for a lot of games we're running on this device, it isn't at the moment for all the things we want to do. So it seems that probably something that would come down the road. But we weren't really very concerned with that for the generation of the device. It was not. Achieving 4K and having display that runs at that resolution wasn't really a design target for us. There's a lot of problems, I mean, he could have elaborated on, but yeah, if you're going to be pushing 4K, battery life is going to be very bad because you have more pixels to push. You have to have higher end graphics, you have to have a higher end CPU, potentially more RAM. So it doesn't really work on a handheld device to be pushing 4K because no mobile chip is going to really be able to push 4K unless you're playing like indie games, like you're playing Bastion or Hades or any of the easier to run games you could run at 4K, but there's just no games that can really run at 4K. So yeah, it's not designed to run at 4K. I thought that was interesting. He gave a pretty interesting response to saying, yeah, I mean, that just wasn't a design target, and it makes a lot of sense because yeah, if you're gaming on a handheld, you want to prioritize battery life. You want to have the SoC pulling power, but power is a constraint for you because you don't want the thing to have like a 20 or 30-minute battery life. So yeah, definitely could have a Switch Pro that does 4K if Nintendo does ever decide to do that, but I doubt that too because again, they're running up against a battery life wall, and even on the current Switch, which has a low power draw and a low resolution screen, it's only about like you only get about 4 hours on a charge on a Switch. So yeah, I don't really see 4K portable gaming being a thing for a while. At least not in the next like 3 to 5 years. It's gonna take a while. So yeah, thought that was interesting. Then you got Phil Spencer here. Phil Spencer's Steam Deck already runs Xbox games well. Steam Deck clearly has potential to be a portable Xbox if Microsoft decides to support it. And Phil Spencer, he got a Steam Deck from Valve and says, was at Valve Software this week talking with Scott, Eric, Gabe about Steam Deck after having mine most of the week. I can say it's a really nice device. Games with me on the go, screen size, controls, all great. Playing Halo and Age feels good. xCloud works well. Congrats, Steam Deck team. So yeah, you can run xCloud. You can stream games from the cloud on the Steam Deck, and it's not a problem. So that's good to hear. Definitely really good to hear that Phil Spencer said that about a couple weeks ago, and definitely good to hear that from the head of Xbox saying that your device is good. So pretty exciting. I know some people in my previous videos were saying that there is compatibility layer. You can install different things on top of SteamOS and Arch Linux, and yeah, it looks like Valve is keeping up their end of the promise, saying that it's going to be an open system. You're going to be able to install whatever you want, and that's really good to see. I'm glad to see that you can have other services and other stores, and it's not just going to be exclusive to Steam. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. So yeah, that'll do it for this one, guys, and I hope you found this video kind of interesting. Thanks. Subscribe and like. All right, bye.